Galio instead. So, you know, I have to say, I feel like when you look at this draft, Fred Brion kind of got the better end of things. They're going to be pretty good into this Rel matchup in the bot lane. It's going to be very aggressive, but they have the defensive taunts. They've got teleports for Camille. I think the big worry, I guess, is making sure they don't overextend, right? Over-teleport into this Mordekaiser, because he's just so difficult to kill. If you spend too many resources there with the comp you drafted, you might find yourself falling behind.
Yeah, very true. I mean, certainly some comfort on the side of Afrika, so maybe they can use that to try to roll this into a nice little early game, especially the Orianna for Fly. He's been looking better on that than anything else amongst not having too much success as a team, so maybe he can just have a big pop-off moment. But either way, guys, we do have the Rift coming at you right now as we do hop onto it for game number 1. Is going to play out as well.
Yeah, and we have seen Mordekaiser's and Oren's hold that thought. He gonna grab the last part of his chicken there, but
he's still last hitting the chickens. He's like, okay, I'm probably dead. The flash comes in, and yes, the Lilia is incredibly fast, but he's also dead. So there you go. Goes. I mean, starting off, obviously pretty good. There's that stun coming in, and actually gets pulled into the duo here by the Rel, and Henna is all but dead. There you go. Going the way of Fred Brion, and there's a lot of action early on in this game.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Fly has Shockwave. Okay, it's just as simple as that.
To fight against the Camille, because he was just going to be hounded down otherwise. But getting himself into that position, yes, was very unfortunate. And here is another big taunt coming in from Delight. Gets the two of them. They really want to get the kill onto Bang. Here's going to be the sleep. Trying to set up the damage. That will be pretty easy. Now they're looking for Lehens. And that will also be alley-ooped over to
state towards the red side turret. So you get to come in there. In the longer fight, when you have that Lilia gank, which comes in so quick, because she can roam so fast, you actually get so much damage done. Then you get the sleep off for the guaranteed kill. If they're overextended in lane, it's such a great play. It's such an easy play, I should say. I mean, not to take anything away from Nupti, but like, Lilia does so well in those moments, and works well for the comp for this.
Yeah, it was a greatly timed gank as well, because both of them still didn't have their summoners from the early, 2v2 kill that they got earlier on. So nicely done there. I feel like a bunch of these players in the lanes maybe not giving enough respect to, their positioning, the certain situation regarding their summoners, and where the enemy jungler could be, as it is avoidable if they're, not as aggressive. You're looking for Lava to potentially make a play up on the top side, but nothing amounts from it.
The Seeker's Arm Guard built here for Keen as well. Just trying to get some extra armor, be very safe. Obviously going to build into Azonius later. Feels bad. He will just lose one of those, I think.
He missed the cannon.
Oh, I didn't see him miss the cannon. I thought you were talking about the two minis. He's going to get both of those at least.
Oh! That pathing, though, you see it just curve to the right.
Yeah.
It's like desperately trying to avoid the Mordekaiser Q. Unfortunate.
He's still even in CS, though, despite losing that very important cannon minion. And he also was, he overextended and died earlier, to say, put it nicely. Overextension cost him his life, but he teleported back in and is staying competitive.
Yeah. Is Afrika. Dread in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try to be burst down. In goes the Camille. Do they have the damage, though? The knockup comes in from Fly, and still Dread is alive in this fight as Lava and Delight have to flash away from that one. Hoya also expending his flash, and they get nothing for it.
And this is without Bang, by the way, so just keep in mind how different this could have been. Very aggressive here.
Not sure about this one, Delight. You are dead.
Oh!
Yeah, you can't just walk by the 2-0 with Ludens. Right. I mean, they're in a spot now where they feel like they're not confident enough to really push in. They're trying to lock down Keen, though. We got the teleport coming in. This is some of the power. Actually, even trying to avoid using that Hextech ultimatum here. Finally going to use it at the end, as he's just going to die in the Death Realm. That's not what you want to see, and I don't think Lava has enough damage at this point to put anything.
Very impressive setup, so really difficult to cross the bridge.
Yeah, he's looking for it, and there it is. The three-man jumps on top of them. Bang is right into that backline with the S rank, and Hoya in the Death Realm here. Keen says, I'll take care of him. Don't worry about that, fellas. As down will go the Lilia as well, as this is total domination to the side of Afrika. Double kill now for the Samira, as a fantastic bait around the Baron. They totally just catch them with their pants down there around the Baron, and they take that as well.
That animation for the recall scared me for a second. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could try for it.
That looked so silly, but you know.
Oh my god.
You understand it, even though. Oh man. So we'll take a look here.
Yeah, the
Like
sleep.
it was blocked. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets blocked by Bang. Nice play there. I was wondering what occurred with that because it looked like it was about to be a mega big play. As I see Hens just walks into the team fight, guns blazing. Well, I guess that's really Bang who walks in guns blazing, but horse blazing, you know. As Keen gets the Q over the wall, and yeah, the TF Destiny there into the Drake pit is like, it feels like that's the desperation that Breon is at right now in this game. That they should have had a few other win conditions that I was gonna say.
And okay, this is gonna be their last hurrah. They're gonna come in here with the teleport. Hoya is alone, getting into that backline. Finally gets the follow-up from the Galio, and they did take down Fly, so there is actually a chance to just fight front to back, and Keen was nowhere to be seen as they finally do get it done. But here comes Dread, just shredding through the front line. Triple kill for this Graves, who is unbelievably fed. You know he's looking for that Penta now. He wants to take down the entire team by himself, but unfortunately that little horsey is just too fast.
Just desperate, and here we go again.
All right, here we go. This fight not looking as good as the last one, although they did get on top of Bang. He's got a stopwatch this time around. They are eventually going to kill that Samir, and also Umti in the backline gets another kill onto Fly somehow, some way. Fly keeps getting caught out here, and the Elder Drake is up.
Yeah.
Is there even a chance that Fred and Breon could potentially win this game, as they've taken a very nice fight in their favor, although Delight is definitely going to die. Keen is a raid boss.
Yeah, Keen has something to say about it. Lava's coming back in here. They're going to push them off of this Drake, the team is. And Dread is just having the time of his life.
Yeah, they can't do the Elder here. They got to be careful, especially with everybody else coming on back. And now, Bro is going to try to do the Elder Drake. What is this game that we're watching?
Technical term I think we're looking for is Clown Fiesta, but
Yeah.
you know, it's hard to say that with how well Afrika played out most of this game. You know, it feels a little bit dishonest.
They played well up until the 25-minute mark, and then they said, yeah, okay, let's just do whatever we want. And it's been messy. It's been a bit of a fiesta since.
Yeah, look at the ward coverage here for Credit Breon. I mean, they want this Drake more than anything. I mean, it's their only chance back into this game, but they have to win the team fight first. Again, Hoya's going to look for that Hextech ultimatum onto Bang. The flank angle is good. Actually, looks like it might just go for the steal. Either way.
Okay, we're killing Henna here. Looks like maybe that was a Eustace. I don't know, he didn't use his ultimate just yet. Trying to get on top of Hoya. And once again, this time around, the jungle is going to go down. Umti, though, as well. This time, Fly and Bang have a front line, and in he goes with the S rank. Bang going to shred through two members. As Lava over the wall here, unfortunate red card means that he is dead, and that is going to be the end of this game, finally.
On those Drake fights there for the Elder Drake, but not going to be able to stop Afrika Freaks in the end. Everybody is just too fed. Mordekaiser ending the game with a 4-1-5 scoreline. Again, the perfect counter pick to the Camille, and there was just too many resources committed to him early. We saw
as well, and you could see that on that graph, even though it was a very accelerated move up there at around 26, 27 minutes, after that there was some trouble for them.
Yeah, for sure. And you could see that you know, there were some great engages in the late game for Fred Breon, and their damage numbers went up quite significantly as a result. And despite Umti's some of the bad decisions he made throughout this game, he did a ton of damage.
Welcome back to the final match of the week, and we had a match between a winless two teams. Let's take a look at the draft first. And Brian Blade, they locked in Camille first and rotated Galio as a support pick. We were saying that why are you guys being so mean over to Keen? Camille is most of the God tier champion in the current meta. But Africa didn't really ban out Galio and Twisted Fate. And also, the basic comp on the side of Bro actually requires a lot of support for Camille. Camille, Twisted Fate Galio is a very traditional global comp, but they were not able to bring the best value out of it. It was really bold for Africa when they saw Camille locked in B1. They did not ban out Galio and Twisted Fate. So Kuro was expecting something like Ornn, but it was more than Kaiser. Keen had so much responsibility on his shoulder, and Oriana also took Cleanse. So, well, there was no guaranteed help from his teammates, but well, Fly was doing awesome work on his lane by himself. So we saw the reason why Africa was a little bit confident with their draft. Whereas Freddy Brion was unable to make any pickup plays or make any flanks based on their global ultimates. But at the end of the late game, actually, Bro also showed a huge potential during the team fights, but they were not good enough to just close out the game. Now let's take a look at the very first moment of the game where we had a solo kill coming out from Graves onto Lilia. So Lava was really smart, taking his position to land a very sneaky ward on the Raptor camp. So Lilia was about to get a leash from their bottom duo as well. So his pathing was basically about blue buff and then the ground camp. And Lilia with Raptor Camp has something, you know? So, because Freedom Blade doesn't really have a lot of information about the Graves' path, well, made a very bold assumption that he can just go in for the Raptor Camp counter jungling. And Samira appeared on the lane, but there was not a specific information to kind of let them know whether they were helping Graves with the red camp or whether Graves was just starting on the blue camp. But at about 2-minute mark of the game, the Raptor camp was still up, so just thought maybe Graves or somewhere around the map, but other than here. But in fact, Graves was here. So watch out, Eep was too deep in the Raptor camp, and needed all of the Raptor camp to hit level 3, so he could not just give it up. Maybe Bro thought that they had a really nice setup for that counter jungling, but that was more like a gamble and that did not work well. You know, he had to hit level 3 with the full clear of the Raptor camp, so he didn't want to lose that. But after he hit level 3, Graves was able to pick up the kill, so actually, well, Dread was able to gain more lead with that kill. Bro was not able to play according to their team comp color, so let's take a look how they fighted in this game. Graves was deep inside their jungle, so they wanted to start team fight on their side of the jungle. However, Rel's reaction and how he countered the engage was also on point, but Camille tried to get his ult off when it was too late. And Africa actually had a very strong team fight call, whereas Bro can outplay the opponents when they kind of make cross-map plays. So this was not the best timing for them to kind of commit this hard for fights. And you know, about the global theme, they always tried to kind of outnumber the opponents in the side lanes, but they were actually grouped up, looking for some fights. But whereas Africa can always answer that back. Africa was really well aware of those kind of sideline plays coming out from Bro, so they were not able to get any lead with a split push. And the player of the game will be Fly on Oriana. He was dominating the lane by himself, single-handedly up against Twisted Fate. He almost had 1.5k gold ahead of the opponents. There was a reason why he took cleanse for this game, because he can just rule this laning phase. Well, earlier to this highlight, the highlight is earlier. That was the timing for Twisted Fate to get his first solo kill in order to kind of activate his unsealed spellbook Ignite, but it was the other way around. This was also one of the highlights that we're gonna take a look at. Well, this could be an overextension from Fly when Twisted Fate, Kai'Sa, Galio all had their ultimates, but Fly managed to just walk away alive with a kill in his pocket. 6 out of 9 votes over to Fly, who had a phenomenal game up against Lava, especially during the laning phase. Africa did a little bit fall apart, especially in the late game, but it was clear that they had a huge priority during the laning phase, especially on the mid lane. Africa is 1 game away from hitting number 3 here in the LCK, whereas Freddy Brion does not have any game win here in the LCK, so let's check out whether they can get their first one in the pocket.